Hello and welcome back to the Comfort Walk and Talk by the Comfort Co. My name's Allanah and I'm joined by Jeff and Ben.
Hello.
This is our 53rd episode, so I hear, so we're very excited to push forward, and it's quite an exciting one today. We're talking about footwear retailing in a non-traditional retail setting. So our best example of that is our medical clinics that we work with, so podiatry and physios and the like, who really want to increase their patient outcomes, and that can happen through footwear and prescribing of footwear. But retailing footwear is hard, as we all know. So we've come up with maybe a new way that can help ease the concerns with footwear retailing, and we're excited to talk about that today. So I'll pass over to Jeff. We've been in the business for 20 years or so. What are some of the pain points with retailing in a footwear clinic?
Thanks, Lani. Well, firstly, I'm really excited about this initiative because the medical clinics, podiatrists and physios are the greatest storytellers of our brands. And they can tell a patient, in their case, exactly what the brand means to them. And it's so important because many of our benefits in our product is hidden. And, you can see a style, but when you actually get into the why is it important for you, a lot of it's hidden functionality. So pain points for a clinic recommending footwear is they can recommend footwear and hope like hen that the customer goes to the store and buys the right product. And that's a big risk because they'll go to a store and they'll see what looks nice, and we're all of that, we want something that looks maybe the prettiest shoe on the shelf or the best looking shoe on the shelf sometimes isn't the best for you. So that's important. So pain point is recommending, to a retailer, and hoping that they get the best shoe. There are plenty of great retailers, and we deal with a lot of them, that really spend their time fitting and working out what's great for a consumer. But that's a pain point for a medical clinic in terms of recommendation. The second thing is they can't possibly hold all the stock. So, stock is a big issue. Like, really at the end of the day, they have room for a picture and maybe a sample shoe. So how do they do it? And this is really the challenge that we have.
It is. I mean, and there are just normal retailing things like returns, the time spent with a patient as well to choose shoes. There's very time poor in some of these places, so it is important that we provide an easy solution for them.
I personally, I love this as a concept because every time I've ever been to the doctors, as soon as they're telling me what I need to do, there's white noise straight away. I'm not picking up absolutely everything they have to say. And if they didn't give me that sheet of paper, that prescription as I walked out, I wouldn't know. The second I walk out of the doctor's clinic, I have no idea. So it's just a way of kind of lowering the loss factor there, isn't it? You walk out fully confident as I know exactly what I need to do to get better, and then you take those first few steps and you completely forget. And
the other good thing about it is that for our brands, this is a really good way to introduce our brands. Often what happens is they get introduced by the medical practitioner, the podiatrist, the physiotherapist, and then they become a brand advocate and they look for the brand in our retail partners. So it's a really important part of the whole brand journey as well. So,
it is. Yeah, and I mean, traditionally over the past, if we give a bit of background, we have really, really great partners in medical clinics, and we have, sample shoes and full programs. One of the big problems with footwear is the seasonality of footwear. So, and running out of stock and creating disappointment. So one of the things we're looking to do is to really standardize our range. We know what works. We know what works for conditions that are, going on, a high orthotic prescribing clinic or a high diabetic population clinic. We have styles that will work for patients to increase outcomes. So we want to make sure that as a standard range that can be found all over Australia and have in stock 365 days of the year. And then outside of that, we have a myriad of other shoes that will help increase patient outcomes.
Over 600 styles.
So many. And continuing to grow. The product development team just is exploding. So they can't possibly all be on display. So we've had a big workshop on how we can make it easier and beneficial to everyone to have footwear available.
So you're saying sometimes they can sort of sell or prescribe the product in the clinic for a very defined range, and then to get the access to the wider range, maybe colours and stuff like that, there's another way.
Yeah, so I think, if we go through the pitch, What we're looking at is creating a standard range in a medical clinic that fits maybe one, stand. And that is shoes that are in stock and available all year round. And it will have a fitting range, a Brannock device, things like that to help fit the patient. So we are offering that as an order-in basis, and, shoes can be ordered in. On top of that, what we are saying is that we have this wonderful affiliate program. So there are many industries that are doing this really well. One particular industry is sort of the gym wear industry. If you go to a gym, you'll see a poster and it will have a code on it that you can, order online. So we are putting that forward as an offer to, non-retail traditional settings to be able to offer the full range of wonderful footwear to patients or customers and, gain a commission from that. We're hoping that reduces concerns like investment in stock, because it's a lot of money that can be tied up in stock in a medical clinic, and get the shoes to the patient that they need faster, and make sure that they have shoes appropriate for orthotics.
So they'll have a pretty good idea based on the styles they're selling, though, how the shoe's going to fit.
That's right.
Won't they? That's important in terms of the knowledge. So they'll
Yes.
recommend a size 8 in that style,
Yes.
etc.
And we've got, all of our shoes have great fitting features as well. So we, with our comfort recipe, we make sure that they have, good arch support, that is removable in a lot of cases, and that they can be made to fit if there is a slight fitting adjustment needed.
Yeah, and so there's a real need for it. When you first told me about that we would be rolling out this program, it was kind of one of those like light bulb moments for me. I was just like, why doesn't that exist already? That's amazing. It just means that people are getting what they need when they need it as well. And it's, as I was saying before, kind of takes away that I don't know, is that going to be good for me? Is that not? Because unfortunately, a lot of our retail staff out there aren't quite to the level of our Comfort Co concierges. A lot of them, someone comes in and says, "Hey, my podiatrist told me I need blank and blank and blank." That the retail worker there could go blank themselves. And oh no, this one's popular. This one's this. By having it in the office, ready to go there, you've got it really fresh. I need this feature, this feature, this feature, and it's sitting on the wall.
Well, yeah, if you look at a traditional clinic setting, you often have, a podiatrist or a couple, and then you have reception staff, and they're not retailers by any means. So another initiative that we are building, or Ben is building actually at the moment, is some specialised training. How to recommend footwear. What is the best pathway? Is there a prescription pad, or how is the handover to reception done? Things like that. So Ben, did you want to delve into that?
Yeah. So it's we're setting up this big education program now. It will have information about all of our brands. From a kind of outsider perspective, looking in, what the features and benefits and what they can bring to your patients. Because we know that anyone that is going to be selling these shoes, the podiatrists, they might, in some cases, maybe smaller clinics, things like that, be doing it themselves. But the majority of the time, it will be the receptionists, the other staff that are working in the area. So we're not trying to make everyone in your clinic a podiatrist. We know that there's a bit of a learning cap there, but it's how can you confidently recommend a shoe that is, again, sitting right there. So that's all pretty exciting. We're in the final stages of getting that launched, and they'll get that for, if a podiatrist signs up or a medical professional signs up for this, they get that for free, don't they?
Correct. They get all the specialised training for free.
It's a great support to it. So I think that's a great initiative, because obviously the selling side of things of footwear and exactly how to pitch it's very important. I want to get back to this for the medical clinic.
Yep.
They have two ways. They can get our core sample, which is not going to be everything in the range, is it? It's
No.
going to be very tight, because the worst thing is when we don't have stock. And people that have dealt with us before, that's very frustrating. So we want to make sure, so there's that way to deal with us, where
Yes.
they can get a sample range, is
Yes,
that correct?
that's right,
And they
yes.
can pay a price.
Yes, it's a very small token fee
Yeah.
for access to this program, which includes samples of all the core range, as well as a stand to display it on. So it's a very good deal.
And then they buy that in, and they can make a margin on
That's
that
right.
product when they
Correct.
prescribe it. So the other model, how to, what happens to join the affiliate model, which we think everyone should have both. It's not an and,
Yeah.
it's an or. It's not an or, it's an and, sorry.
Absolutely. So it's as simple as signing up. So we'll have a sign up sheet. We can put it in the show notes or in the comments below the podcast. And you sign up to our affiliate program. What you get is a wonderful pack of marketing. So you get a poster, you'll get catalogs with a unique code and a QR code for your practice or site. And it means that it's a little bit more self-service. A patient can be scanning a QR code, or you can be handing out the code. A patient will go online. You can assist them through that process if you want. Buy a pair of shoes that is obviously in stock because it's available. And then we handle everything from there. So there will be a commission posted to an account for our affiliates. So it's, sort of that passive revenue that you can continue to earn, which is a good feature as well. And then we deal with everything from there. So if the patient needs to return or exchange or anything like that, it's all part of our usual process.
The stock never has to go through the clinic unless you want to fit the customer. If you want to do that, you can still do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if one of our affiliates partners wants to promote a shoe on their social media, how does that work with this program?
So there is unique links for that as well. So there are some, as we delve more into social media, there is specific links that you can be putting on social media posts to generate that passive revenue as well. So if you find a shoe in our seasonal range that you really think will benefit patients, advertise it on your social media. Put your unique code in. They go and they buy it, you earn some revenue out of it.
Amazing.
So it's a really, really great way to be, without the risk of investment, be really promoting good shoes to your patients.
It's a good way for you to leverage your credibility as well. Like at the end of the day, I'm talking to clinicians directly here, is you guys are the experts. You guys went to school. You know that this product is going to be doing your patients good. So that's a way to get your knowledge out there, and it's another way for you to kind of increase that income as well as helping out your patients too. So it's two birds, one stone type deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess the key thing with the whole of our Comfort Co world, I said 600 style colours, that's probably conservative, but that's across every category. Everything is built around wellness. So, but again, coming back to the story, telling the customer, the consumer, educating the consumer is something that we've really worked very closely with our medical professionals over many years. And you're a great, communicating to the consumer, they believe you have a lot of integrity, isn't it? So that's a big part of it, is how do we make it more accessible for our practitioner, our professional, to communicate the footwear and have some passive income on the way as well.
Because working with medical professionals, that's been part of our DNA from the very, very beginning of our company, and now that goes into absolutely everything we do. So we wouldn't put out a product unless it fit within this recipe of comfort that we're so proud of here, and we know that it didn't do someone good, we wouldn't put it out.
And just a reminder on that too, just again, it's something that's relatively new, but the Comfort Co, our home of comfort brands, is built around the recipe of comfort, which will be very familiar. It's built around that cushioning, around that arch support, contour, and fit. All things that are very important in the medical environment.
So, I mean, if we imagine a patient journey, so you're coming into a podiatrist for, the first time, and you're being told that you need a custom orthotic, which it's a wonderful product that will be fully customized to your foot. What shoes do you wear it in? And you think, I have to wear an old style wide black shoe, which was traditionally, you'd say 15 to 20 years ago, all that you could wear. So to be able to offer sandals from the Revere range, or all these beautiful shoes with removable insoles.
All of our shoes have an insole thick enough, don't they?
Exactly.
To take a custom insole.
Exactly.
A big deal.
So you can see this beautiful catalogue with all these shoes, and you're suddenly thinking, this is my life now. I can wear my custom orthotic. I can change it between these beautiful shoes and have access to this full range from the Comfort Co that will fit my orthotic with surety.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And I think this is trying to bridge the gap between accessibility of the wide range, nice boots, fashionable sneakers and all that, and making it practical and accessible for a medical clinic to deal with.
What I love about it as well is it comes in those two prongs that we were talking about before. So your clinic can have the wall of the half size, the shoe samples there. That's our core range. That's ready to go. But, you know, it's like Mary Poppins used to say, right? The spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. It doesn't have to be one of those core range that is still going to have those features that you need, that your podiatrist has said. So by being able to have that QR code there for that multi-prong kind of attack, it just means that your customers are getting shoes that not only tick the boxes, that not only are there that are going to be doing them good, but shoes that are actually going to get worn.
Yeah,
that they actually really like, because the healthiest shoes in the world aren't doing anyone's good sitting in their cupboard. I say that all the time, but it is so important that if you've been told that you need to wear these shoes, that you actually wear those shoes.
Absolutely.
And I can imagine podiatrists that would happen all the time.
Yeah.
Is they get, you know, have you been wearing your shoes? Oh yeah, no, I put them on once and sort of. Tell us in the comments, podiatrist, does that happen all the time? I bet it's annoying.
The other thing we're obviously launching, you know, this new idea, but there's also a third way where, you know, we have a growing network of key partners as well, like our own Comfort Co shops and our key partners, and again build relationships with those retailers also that have good, because then you can refer your patient to them with confidence as well. That's another aspect of the relationship.
If we talk about the training program that we're launching soon as well, our retailers have access to the same training modules most of the time, so they know about our brands, how they can improve somebody's life, and how they can fit and function. So working together is a really great option as well to provide patient outcomes.
Yeah.
So, you know, going back to, you know, they can have a range of core, maybe 20 styles, maybe something like that, 20, you know, of covering 4 of our brands, I think. That's the core range. They can have that. They can, you know, present that. They can either buy in the stock or have a bit of stock in the clinic and make sort of what is a very good margin on that.
Yes.
But then they can go to the affiliate program where the commission might be half the margin or something like that.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, what does that mean? The difference between a transaction done on the affiliate program and in the clinic is what? Tell me about that.
I mean, in terms of costing, you're not
Time,
paying the time and freight. So you're not paying freight charges, you're not paying return freight charges. You're not seeing the shoes, so it's going directly to the patient. So the time lag between the patient getting the shoes, because often the time you'll order them into clinic, and then the patient will come back for their next appointment, whenever that is, and pick up their shoes. So this is going straight to the patient's home. They can try it out at home. They can work with our comfort concierges from our customer service team if they've got any issues with fit, and really get that pair working for them, and then walk into your clinic next appointment with the shoes on.
Amazing.
How good is that?
Amazing. And because I know that one of the comments I've had at regular trade shows and talking is often they'll have the black version.
Yeah.
But then the patient will go through the website and see all the colours, and then they'll spend their time talking about the different colours.
That's right.
So this way here, there's a path for you. You know, we can get these in, but you can get these. You can access the other colours on the website.
Absolutely. So it just limits that, you know, that whole time spending. You know, do I order it in? Do I order it? You know, there's a lot of retail decisions going on that are taking up.
Because the front office in a podiatry clinic or a physio clinic, their role is dealing with the patient coming in, rostering, timing, you know, all that.
Yeah.
So that's an important factor too.
And another benefit, sorry, Ben, another benefit for us with having a standardised range of samples is that when a shoe, you know, these shoes will last for years, but if a shoe for some reason falls out of our range, we have sample shoes ready to go to replace the samples on your wall. So it means that you're constantly, you know, we'll have a team dedicated to making sure that your samples are up to date, you've got the right marketing material, you've got, you know, your affiliate program going, you've got your seasonal, you've been told if something is discontinued. It really, rather than creating all these disparate, you know, little ranges, just having one range makes it easier for everyone, and making sure that you're not left with a red bedazzled pair of samples.
And how do we select the range? That's the other point. What is it? It's
the best sellers, the ones that you know, are in a wider fit for, you know, because that's important for orthotic shoes. So the ones that come in multiple widths, the ones with the best fit features. We have sandals, we have footwear. So we feel like we have covered in terms of needs. most of the needs from a patient perspective. In terms of wants, that's what the affiliate program is for.
And just by the way on that, our brands have different messages, obviously, but like Revere brand, for example, that's a brand that is orthotic friendly 100%
Yes.
and comes in 2 widths.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're, again, very much focused on those aspects.
Yeah, and then the anodyne range, which is our diabetic or extra depth range, comes in double depth. It comes in wides. It comes in extra wide. So it really can.
So it's a different fitting process.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And as we get more technical, we have these wonderful Atrex scanners out in the market. We'll be trying to integrate all of that information. If they have a scan at one of our stores or partner stores, we're trying to get all that information shared across the team as well.
So the way that we've built it is less of, where a lot of these programs can kind of work before is we send you some shoes and you're on your own. We didn't want it to be like that. So it's more of a partnership.
Yes.
So we are with everyone that signs up for this program. We're with you every step of the way. So we provide those samples, but then, your marketing assets, we're helping train your staff. And even down to, so we were talking about the education program before, where people will come into part of that for people in our stores is recognizing foot conditions and saying, hey, these shoes might be good. But the way that we've written that, and which is very important, is that retail staff aren't podiatrists. So they will always, always, always say, this sounds like you might have plantar fasciitis. We have a great podiatrist around the corner. So that's just another little benefit of someone, if you do want to sign up with us, the more you want to work with us, the more we'll work with you.
It's a good point,
we want this program to be a rip-roaring success, and we will do whatever we can to help include that. So whether that's, you're assisting you with even content that you want to run out of your clinic, or, with the local partners, we can, set up nights where you show shoes and things in the retail stores, or we want to help build that relationship. We have such a beautiful relationship with podiatrists all over the country, but we want to get to know you as well. So
it's a good point you make. We're with this program, and it's new, but for the people that have dealt with us since 20 years, there's a lot of new features here, a lot of new features, and again, we'll reiterate those in a second. But one of the things we're looking at is the people that are going to be are affiliate or are located on our on our location for podiatrists. We really want them to be embracing the program in total, because then we can we're recommending from our website, or there's a podiatrist in your area, we want to know that they've sort of got, they understand exactly the options they have from the comfort code.
Yeah, and it's not about reinventing the wheel for our partners as well. It's we don't want you to become shoe salesmen, because you're not. You're medical professionals, but we want to give you the tools to be able to get the right shoes on people's feet.
Exactly. Well,
as easily as possible.
I'll reflect the story here. I know through history for us. We've gone out there. We started very targeted. The range got wider and wider and wider, and I think a lot of our current, partners would understand this. And suddenly they have the dusty old shoe from 3 years ago that's in the museum that looks, I'm keeping that just in case. We've really refined it down a lot. We don't want that sort of width and that, we don't want you to have to think about what you're ranging, because I don't think that's what you want to do. We want to say this is the key styles, and then we want to give your customers access to the wide world of comfort code.
Yeah.
And this is what's new about it. So,
and it's good, and it's not limiting. Like, you said if you wanted to have a little bit of stock, because you're seeing a high volume of patients and that you'll sell it, we're not limited by that.
Yeah.
But we're just making sure that your investment in stock or anything like that is a worthwhile investment, and you're providing the best patient outcomes in the fastest way.
Because that's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
Is patient outcomes.
Yes.
Getting the right orthotic and getting the right shoes that accommodate that orthotic in many cases, or getting a right shoe for someone that's got arthritis or diabetes. That's the most important thing that we want to help facilitate at the end of the day. Our focus is about that. Our focus is very much about that comfort recipe, which really encompasses all those special needs.
Yep, that's right.
In terms of signing up, again, we have access on the website, don't we? We have a
We have a sign-up sheet on the website. We also have a dedicated team for this program, so we'll put that in the show
explain
notes.
a little bit about the new focus in terms of account management for the medical side. What we're doing there.
So yeah, we have a dedicated a team or a person or a team at the moment that is fully resourced to be answering questions. Providing guidance or anything like that, updating our marketing materials or anything that goes along with this process, updating samples. So they are really proactive with our partners in terms of getting things out to them, but they are there as a resource for you.
So one of the things we've changed is we're not actually allocating and saying, field reps, need to, visit and all that, because it was creating a lot of inconsistency. So we've created the centralised team that can do webinars if they want to, or they can get on Zoom, or they can ask someone to come in from our team to see you specifically on a particular topic. But that's a big deal because there's a one-stop shop now. And have you got an email address, or is there?
We'll put it in the show notes, the email address, yeah.
Okay, great.
Just before we leave, I was wondering, because we have had medical partners in the past, when someone really took it on board, what kind of successes have they seen from selling shoes within the clinic?
We've had really good case studies of clinics that have done really well with footwear. So whether they would have I think core range. I mean, we come back to it. The clinics that do the best are clinics that stick to a core range of shoes and prescribe them day in, day out. So the Anodyne is the best example of that, because it's a very small range. So the diabetic footwear, you're just prescribing the same. So you understand the shoes, you understand how they'll fit. So that's what's so important about this particular program, is that you will understand every shoe on your shelf intimately and how it fits, rather than trying to understand the 600 plus SKUs that we have.
And you think about the number of patients they see every day, then, I don't know, 40, 50, depends how many podiatrists, physios are in the clinic, but a lot. So, there's a certain percentage of those that need footwear. So this is a perfect opportunity to have a good recommendation. And at the same time, we've seen great success with people that have joined the affiliate program where they've integrated the link. They put the link on their own website or their own social media, and it gives them a great credibility. They're not only saying, I'm here, this is my team, this is what we focus on, but here's a good footwear option for you as well. Yeah. So it's a sort of a really good way of dealing with that.
It's another way for someone to get across what they know what they're talking about. Because we know personally, and we can tell you guys all day that you will feel a difference when you wear our shoes, but someone that is seeing people that are going through real problems with their feet, going through real dramas, and they can get results out of that. That is something that we want to shout from the rooftops as well. That's that's why we do what we do. So this is a really great kind of walkway to that.
Yeah, and just it's always an interesting note to say as well. We do offer a really good foot health professional or a clinic discount for footwear, because we want you to wear the shoes and see how good they are.
Point, yeah.
Yeah. So please, if you're ever looking for footwear, please reach out to us and we can provide that for you at a good price.
Even if you think that this program might work for you, maybe potentially, get in touch with us.
Absolutely.
Get in touch with us, and we can work with you, because as we said, it's a partnership. We'll work with you to help you get the best possible results for your specific clinic, because all clinics are different.
I'm looking at, we've dealt with over the many years, we've dealt with over 2,000 clinics in Australia, right? So we've dealt with a lot. I'm looking at the ones that have maybe found it a little bit too difficult and have maybe said, I'm not really into this. I'm looking at you to have maybe reach out and say what's different, because I think you'll find it's a hang of a lot easier, and we've addressed a lot of the issues that you might have had in the past.
And just there's that entry level as well. Like if you just want to be an affiliate, put up a poster
and have
you're
a
making
solution. Yeah.
Perfect. Like, it's right there. It's ready to go. It's just a way to kind of get those wheels rolling for you as well. But we'll work with you in any sense that you like.
Great.
No, great talk.
I mean, it's an awesome. We're very excited about it. I hope you can tell. So we're really happy to talk about it today. And as we've said a few times in the show, please reach out to us. Our email and our contact forms will all be in the show notes if you want to get involved as a clinic or a non-retail setting. So please get in touch. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
See you next week.